guys, so this is a video I've been wanting to do for quite a while. This is my Matchbox SDF-1 that I got when I was a kid. So this was actually the one I got in '84. Played with it a lot. I tell you the truth, I think I had this before I really knew what Robotech was. So it was a huge transforming space fortress. And I've made no secret that I like starships and things like that, so it was right up my alley. Played with it a lot. It survived battle after battle, crash landing on alien planets, general mistreatment, you name it, it survived it. It's amazingly still intact. Looking at it up close, getting ready for this review, I didn't realize it had yellowed so much. And some sections of it actually have yellowed more than other sections. So it's a little surprising to me, but I thought I would do a review of it today, kind of go over everything with it. You can see here, this is the SDF-1. It's actually got its cannons up a little too high. They should be back in this mode. There we go. And, you know, all in all, for the show and the time, it's a pretty accurate representation. I tried to dust it off as well as I could, but with all these nooks and crannies and everything, even a Q-tip wasn't getting in there very well. But go up here, we can go into some detail here. We'll start down here with the leg thrusters. It does have some, I guess you call it, ankle articulation there, so it can actually kind of do a walking pose. The legs themselves do actually ratchet a couple ways, so you could do something like this, having it settled out. Looking at the legs here on the front part, these are actually landing gear, which I even back before I really knew what this thing was, probably this I thought was silly, but you know, what can you do? They added it in. The decals are still on there. I don't think in my entire life I've ever been very good at putting decals on and getting them straight, but hey, they're there. You can see the waist guns, the thigh guns on the ship. On this side, on the back side here, of course, you've got the gun detailing, and then these actually do flip out, and I assume they're on an original version there must have been maybe a button here and a spring that would fire a missile. I don't know if there's a way. It's not wanting to close. There we go. Yeah, she's getting old and has her own personality here now, but see, more gun details. This thing is really packed on guns if you look at all the turrets on it. Back here is the third wheel for cruiser mode landing. Gun detail. Back here we have a opening docking bay. I assume it's a docking bay. I don't know really what else you'd use it for. But you can see all the details, like little guns here, just details built in. The rail cannons do move. Somehow these did not break off over the years. I don't know how, because I can remember at least twice crash landing this into a pile of Legos. You can see it's got the carrier arms. The carrier arms are removable, but many years ago, my SDF-1, it's essentially, I'm going to make an attempt here to show you, it's essentially a peg on the arm here that holds the carrier. Now if you look at my carrier here, I think it shows there that the plastic's actually cracked and broken there. Both of the aircraft carriers do not stay on anymore on their own, so I had to put tape around the peg to kind of build it up for it to stay on. But it does work. You can see the bridge detailing there. And I had not realized how much this had yellowed until I was getting it out here. And then of course the main cannons. And that is pretty much its standard robot mode. Now it can go to an attack mode where you flip down the main guns. or the main booms, I guess, for the gun. And then you open up the chest, and then it's in attack mode, and the main beam cannon is ready to fire. And it's pretty cool. I have to say, I think it's pretty close to how it was in the show. Alright, let me get back to our regular mode. And then we're going to take it into cruiser mode. So I'm just going to move the arms up here to get them out of the way. And I'm sure most anybody who's a Macross Robotech fan knows that the main section moves. This rotates up. This rotates around. The legs here crunch down. This completes its rotation up. I'm going to go ahead and rotate the arm around, move the carrier down to its position, and move the rail cannons forward. Do the same thing over here. And then up here, the main cannon is going to move up to this position. It's going to try and raise up here a little bit. Then up here, these are going to rotate out. And then this whole boom assembly is going to move in like this. And then we bring her up level. And there you've got the SDF-1. Not very even, but in battle mode. Actually, I can't remember. I may have this backwards. Maybe it's supposed to be the other way, so the screws don't show, but it's alright. We're going to bring out the gear. I'm going to set this down here. Lower down the camera. There we go. Now in this mode, the bridge does actually split open, like in the show, and that is the completed cruiser mode, which not too bad really. The arms are just droopy anymore. They just can't help it, you know, age. But it does look pretty good. Like I said, this ship's been through so much, I'm amazed nothing is broken off of it. It's a real testament to how Bandai and Matchbox made things back in the day. If you look at the thrusters here, I have it upside down, but I'll flip it over. You can see on there it says Macross, Bandai, 1984, made in Japan. So I am kind of curious if there was a Japanese version that actually could shoot missiles, but I'm going to move this back to robot mode here, I guess battle mode. Get this transformed real quick. Before I end the video, there's a few things I want to show you before we end. Rotate this back up. Okay. So we've got the SDF-1 back to its robot mode. And what I wanted to show you is I was very lucky. Maybe about 10, 12 years ago probably, I happened to go to a I can't remember what it was, like A to Z paper crafts or something, like little hole-in-the-wall store here locally, and it sold magazines and old books, but there was a little glass case in the back where he had some toys. And I went in there one day, and evidently somebody came in and sold their whole Robotech collection. And I picked up several pieces at the time, one of which is related to what I'm showing you here, and that is an actual SDF-1 Matchbox, still in the box. And we'll kind of go up and down here and give you a little detail of the box, but there's the top. We'll move down here and kind of look at the artwork. It's the SDF-1 firing its guns. As you can see, it looks pretty cool. You can see Veritex explosions all over the place. There, of course, is your Robotech Collector Series. SDF-1 Battle Fortress. 3 exciting versions: Cruiser, Attack, and Battle Mode. And I will let you look at the back here. There are all the Battleoids that were available at the time. Going up here, you can see Cruiser Mode. Oh no, look at there, I did have the arms right. Cool. Right, Battle Mode and Attack Mode. But yeah, everything I found there was in perfect shape. Let's see. There you go. There's some stats on it if you'd like to read it. Thing is stacked to the gills, which is kind of funny because, you know, main cannon, reflex firing system, Row Technology guided cannon system ×8, which I guess must be the little gun spread out all over it, although it seems like there are more than 8. And then high-speed electromagnetic railguns. Now those have to be on the shoulder. Now I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there are more than 8 turrets on that thing. You know, just looking here, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on the front of it, just counting turrets. So I don't know how they're counting guns with that one, but I'm going to put the other SDF-1 out of the way for a second. And I will open this up to let you take a look. And there we go. There is the other SDF-1 still in its box. Unstickered. I mean, looking brand new. I've only taken it out of the box a couple times just to kind of go, wow, I've got 2 of them. And the nerd in me, I'll have to tell you, I've wanted to do something for quite a while. And over here on the box lid, you can see it's just the same pictures from the back of the different modes. But the nerd in me, and I'm not a model train guy, but the nerd in me wants to take a model train setup and build like a crater out of like paper mache or something like that, and have these two back to back like in Macross or Robotech, the SDF-1 and 2 there, and make the cityscape around it and have that like a centerpiece of a toy room. I think that would be amazing. And I don't know if anybody's ever done that before, because I know the Matchbox SDF-1 is a little rare, but I got extremely lucky having a second one. But what I'm going to do here before I end the video is I'm going to take this one out of the box and set them next to each other. It's so nice to always see an old toy in a box. Styrofoam. When do you get blocks of styrofoam just to hold something in place anymore. I mean, you just don't. And this is going to be so sad. I'm going to set this next to mine, and it's going to show how old and yellowed it is. But that's okay. And it's probably nice and tight, because like I said, it's... Wow. Holy moly, I hadn't realized it yellowed that bad. But there you go. There's an idea of one that's practically brand new in the box versus one that's been well played with and just enjoyed and loved over the years. But we'll go do like a floor to ceiling comparison here. So you can see it. Wow, I can't believe how bright white that one is. But there you go. That's a look at the Matchbox SDF-1. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.